Okay.
But you're alright, you can talk away.
No worries. So yeah, you put that other hayloft in, didn't you, Daddy?
Sorry?
The other hayloft, you've got it in?
Yep.
No problem. Did Charlie want to get on here with us?
That's right if I mention your names, if I ask who I'm helping. Whose
Yep.
farm?
No problem.
Yeah, Charlie boy, Nickers and Hobbit said you can join the game if you'd like to. You're more than welcome.
I'm already playing with some friends on...
You're playing with some friends, are you? Oh, he's playing Rocket League.
Alright. Oh, soccer.
Rocket League.
Yeah, Rocket League I know, but it's soccer with cars.
Soccer with cars, yeah.
Hello Hunter, how you doing buddy? Welcome to the stream. I'm helping some Australian friends out on their map. Sosnovka, is it? I can never say the name. I can never.
Yeah,
Sosnovka.
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 Yeah. Just, you know, get in touch if you're in a rush and...
Yeah, it's old Russian, so you've got to... Sosnovka.
I do Twitch as well. I've got a Twitch channel, but Twitch, oh, he come my #1 moderator. He's on. Hi, Philip. How you doing? What's it like in Ireland at the moment?
Oh, we're getting people from...
Oh, you're on Oregon Springs, 17. Oh, cool, Hunter. Nice one. That's a big map, but I remember that one.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's got animals on it, I might work from home.
I'm good, thanks. Philip, yourself? Hi, Black Crystal. Nice to see you. Oh, you're just home from work, buddy. Oh, you can relax now then. Watch a live stream. Right, so where's this grass gone, please, Hobbit? Has gone.
Over near the pigs. So...
Where are the
back
pigs at?
over... Yeah, if you go back over past the field you were doing and then turn right and just stay on that dirt road, you will come across... There's 2 haylofts down there. It's the second one. It'll be the one that can take it, the other one's full.
So. Terribly overprepared we are all the time.
Aha, I can see where you are.
Yeah, there's a couple of silos and a couple of haylofts down there.
Yeah, messy the pigs, aren't they? I ain't really a big fan of the pigs because they don't make you much money, really.
No, but they breed really quickly so you can sell them.
I tend to do the sheep. Because you get...
Yeah, I like doing all the animals just for the process of doing them. It's not so much about making money.
Yeah, a lot of people are disappointed because the Welker is it Welken Farm? Welker Farm, Matt?
Yeah, Welker has no animals.
It's very flat and there's nothing to do on it except sow and harvest.
Yeah, well, it's just an arable thing.
Yeah. You can do a little bit of logging on it, I guess, but yeah, it's not really set up.
There's rumours they're going to put animals
it's all right
in
a multiplayer sense.
I think that'll spoil it. There's rumours they are going to put animals in, but that's actually their family farm, and I think it's kind of cool how they've done it. I love watching their YouTube videos.
I like watching their live
coming out though, you do get the opportunity to, you know, place your own animals in, so you could fix the Welker Farm that way, I suppose. But that's if it's available in 19 as well. We'll find out when 19 comes out.
Because we're going to have horses in 19. Can we train, someone so we can train the horses? I don't know if we can.
Yeah, apparently from what I've heard, when you get them they're a bit rough and ready, and you have to do certain things with them to train them. Not sure what those things are, but you have to train them, and they have a star level. And the higher the stars, the more value they're worth to sell. So you do certain jobs with them, riding them and that sort of stuff to get their level up, and then you can sell them. So there's got to be a certain number of stars to sell, and the higher the stars, the more money they're worth, apparently. So
yeah, they said they're going to be the money maker. They're going to be our money maker in 19 horses, Charlie.
Nah.
they could be,
All you do
yeah.
is pay them, and that's it.
But I still like the idea that I wish they would do and do small garden farming with them.
Yeah, it'd be nice, but I don't know if they've gone that far.
I don't think so. I have all the people with the animal rights activists up in arms about using an animal as a work implement, if you like, in that respect.
Yeah, but it happens in reality, so they've got to get over themselves. If it wasn't for animals like horses and oxen and that, no countries would have developed beyond where they were 100 years ago, so...
As you can tell, Rabbit Man, we have a few opinions and we stick to them.
Yeah, I take it you
that's
eat.
the Australian way.
I take it you're not vegan, and you're not vegetarians. No.
No, absolutely not.
No, well, like my father said, we used to have little calves and that on the farm, you know, but you wouldn't have them. If you didn't eat them, my father always taught me, and that is very true, because he was a farm worker all his life, you wouldn't have them. We wouldn't have the little calves, the little lambs to look at.
Well, no,
Because there'd be no outlet. There'd be no outlet for them. So.
Yep. And all these people that are, it's cruel to the cows, you should let them free. What, so they starve? The domestic cow was made for us for meat and milk. They wouldn't exist without us making them in the first place because of breeding and everything. And so it's like, well, if you set them free, they're going to starve. They're a domestic animal. They need us to feed them and look after them, basically. So what a lot of these idiots don't seem to realise is when we've created things for our own use, you can't just set it free because it doesn't belong free.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hi, Grim Reaper. I ain't seen you for a while, buddy. Lovely to see ya. Thanks for popping in. I'm trying.
The only man I've ever heard of say, hi, Grim Reaper, how you going?
There's a bit of irony in that statement. Hello, Grim Reaper. Haven't seen you for a while. Lovely to see you.
See you.
Is it my time? Really?
You're teaching us a shame, baby.
Yeah, I know.
I know, but like I told you, I'm being with you two. I'm very, I don't know. I get a bit nervous, I suppose, when I enjoy it when I fire up and that. You know, I love all these people, these lovely people watching. They're me subs, and I appreciate them. My channel wouldn't be nothing what it is without these guys.
Yep.
Yeah, it's still a bit difficult to wrap your head around the concept of, you know, this communicating with people all around the world so quickly and easily. I mean, I grew up in a household, we didn't have a telephone until my father had his first heart attack, and we were told by the doctors, you need to have a phone in your house so that, you know, you can contact an ambulance and that if you need one. And that's when we got the home phone on, so I'd grown up without it until he had his first heart attack when I was 11. So, you know, things like being able to do this were not something we had even imagined would exist. So
exactly, they come a long way with technology. They come a very long way.
Yeah.
Well, we're all old enough to have been there at the start of the gaming thing happening, you know. I remember the Sega Master System, all the little bits of Atari, the Commodore 64. Even
oh, you know you're talking. Yeah, my buddy, good English buddy of mine, had a Spectrum. As I'd expect. He had the rubberised button one, I
Yeah.
didn't. I had one with like sort of plasticky buttons. Mine was the cheap, that was the spec, but that was a cheap version, if you know what I mean.
But
Yeah.
you think of where we've come in that 30 years since I was pre-teen. I'm 40 years old this year, I've just turned 40. And you think of how far we've come in that 30 odd years. I mean, look at us. I wouldn't have expected to be doing this when I was 40, talking to people on the other side of the world and playing video games with them online. You know, it's just come leaps and bounds in such a short space of time. And it's wonderful, it's great. So,
Oh, 'cause I know who you are. Grim Reaper. Yeah, apologies, buddy. Yeah, you're GTRG. Oh, 'cause do you remember PS4 Rabbit and me playing? I got PS4 account. Yes, I can remember you now. Yeah, apologies for that, buddy. I remember you telling me once before that you've got a different your PS name is different to your name when you come into chat. I'll have to try and remember. Cause that's the thing with one of my Irish buddies who told me about Farmer Min. He's got an account where you can sub to him, but when he's actually in my chat and you click on him, you actually go on like his video with his little child on the beach. So, and he keep moaning saying, I ain't getting no subs, Rabbit Man. He ain't gonna get no subs. He's actually got to have, when you click on it, like my son, a Charlie Frost PS4 gamer, he'll come up. You can click on him and you can join him straight away, sub with him. You know?
Yeah.
But I started, when did I start YouTube and Charlie? 11 months ago?
12 months ago.
I never expected 100. These guys are amazing. I never expected
I started
170 subs.
Yeah.
I started 1 year ago when I was like 9.
Watching some of the channels that we've seen and the way they grow,
subs, so.
it's funny how fast it happens at times.
Oh, the Grim Reaper account is his YouTube. Okay, buddy. I'll remember that.
Yeah, you see some of them, they struggle to get to certain numbers, and then the next thing, you look at them a couple of months later and they're, you know, got
yeah, I don't know
or,
how some of them do it. I don't know how some of them all of a sudden they got 400 and then they're up to sort of 1500.
Some of them, it's getting on with other YouTubers who are popular. Honestly, like we were talking about Farmer Min and how he gets people on there with him who have their own channels and who tells people this is, you know, say for example if you were to get on there with him, this is Rabbitman39, he has his own YouTube channel as well, go check it out. And then his numbers increase, but there's also word of mouth. People talk about it in forums. It's a much bigger enterprise than we ever thought it would ever be. And yeah, so
it's quite interesting because the internet's finally starting to get used for some of the things it was invented for. I mean, the initial internet was invented by scientists for their own use, so they could talk to each other and confer over projects they were doing. But once they decided to go public with it, you know, it become very commercialised very quickly, as most things do. And that kind of looked like ruining it for quite a while, but now it's, I think the people have taken over and started saying, well no, this is what we want, this is what we're going to do with it, and yeah, in certain ways at least it's turning out okay. I think we got most of this. A few drinks.
you don't have to be desperate about the drinks if you don't want to be.
No, I'm not too worried about it.
I think I've even left drinks before, so you might have picked up some of mine. Wouldn't surprise me.
I like using the Coon stuff as well. It's Coon DLC. That's got some nice tedders and turners.
The only one I have on this at the moment is the seed tank to give me extra seed. But,
Yeah, because those, she's got the horse seeders, the 9 or 12 metre. I think they're 9 metre or...
I think they're 9.
Either 9 or 12 metre, whatever they are. They, one of them's got... carries very little seed, so you need the extra tank on the front.
Yeah, I like them. I think they're a good idea because you don't always want to keep running, you know, miles away to your seed point, like at the farm. Just place them different areas. That just make life so much easier.
That's why I've got the refill tanks around as well, because if you look at it, I've got the seed and solid fertiliser near the pigs right there to refill all the feed tanks, and then I've got the little one around the corner just for the grass field, because it's the only one that doesn't get fertilised unless you fertilise it. Because the 2 sowers I've got, or the sowers I'm using on this, have the fertiliser as part of them. So, it's, yeah.
Grim Reaper said, this is what Grim Reaper said. Grim said, tell the Hobbit he missed a piece of grass. I just told him. There you go, Grim.
Yeah, I figured I would have missed some. That's okay.
Hi, Twisted Diesel.
Twisted's a good mate of mine.
I think Charlie Boy, my son, Charlie Boy Pestwell, just said he's a good mate. Are yours? Thank you very much. I think that's the first time you joined the live stream. I hope you're enjoying the content, and thank you very much for looking in. If you like what you see, please hit that sub and hit that bell so you get notifications when I'm live streaming.
Do you want me to fertilise?
You came into my stream the other night, didn't you?
Yeah, thanks Philip for sharing. Philip has kindly shared the stream.
I always give someone a shout out.
The one right. I know.
Oh, it's nice to hear you really respect Charlie. Thank you very much.
Him as well. Mum told me to make him a moderator.
I need to get rid of the 24 metre.
Because he's so...
I wonder if that was full. I'll come back with some grass still left. Oh dear.
Probably.
I wonder if that is full, or should I go back and check?
If it's full, just leave a little bit of forage in over that wagon. I'll sort it out later. I don't want to put another hay loft in at the moment.
No, definitely need it.
I don't have crop destruction on all seasons on, so it'll just stay in there forever and a day. So...
Yeah, I don't use the crop land destruction, but the thing is, I suppose you should do really in a way if you're playing the game realistically.
Yeah, but I play the game for enjoyment, not for a challenge. So.
But the thing is, I would have it on, but then you could get somebody in the game who like to make pretty patterns in the fields. Do you know what I mean? Oh, you no more capacity. That's okay, guys. I'll bring a trailer back to that building there.
No worries.
At least you know they're both full with hay.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean, down the sheep there's another hay loft there as well if you want to try it.
Can you put hay, guys, in the placeable silos? I think you can, can't you? You can put wood chips, total
in
mixed
the blue
rations.
ones you can.
Yeah. I think the forage and chip silo one's full.
Yeah, the forage and chips. I don't think those other ones at the pigs take it. I think they take wood chips, but that's all.
But
other than grains and root crops.
Just leave the trailer somewhere and we'll sort it out, because I do have another hay loft down at the sheep. And it would probably take it, and I'll drive it down there shortly and fix that up. Since I know the map a bit better than you.
The sheep have to be done anyway, don't they?
Yes, they do. So...
There you go. I've left it beside Hobbit's trailer.
No problem.
If you want to grab that other sprayer that's there and do that other little field.
Yep, that's no problem.
So that's a 24 metre one that she's got there. If you want to jump
What's out? Any of these ones, Hobbit, I can take any of these. Hang on, I think I've got to turn that. There you go. I've got the start.
I can switch it so it auto starts the engine if you like. It's only Robert that really...
Nah, that's not. I never normally use it, to be honest, but my son is crazy on it. He loved the thought of you have to fire them up. That is a cool feature.
Right. Yeah, I usually have it auto start for me because I'm a bit lazy and I forget. So I still get out the tractors now and walk away and they're still running. And
So what field would you like sprayed, Hobbit? Did you say that one where I rode it up the other way round?
Yeah, the last one you were just picking up from.
Okay, no problem.
That bit of grass. We just fertilise it.
Nice, these little sprays.
Yeah. Good
They're
I never
bound to
really
run
used them. I
through it.
downloaded them, had a little quick go on them, but...
Yeah. They bounce around a little bit, but that's part of their charm as far as I'm concerned, so... It makes you slow down a bit and just enjoy the little bouncy motion.
Daniel, you haven't seen when she get back or what?
Yeah, I don't know what one's come back.
You don't? Well, do you want to tell me what you're having?
I don't know, sometimes.
I've got Twisted Diesel in the screen, babe.
Ah, Twisted! How you doing, Twisted?
Are you having a text for me? Say when she wants to have a text.
Yeah, do you, guys ever do Discord? Channel?
Twisted is in Smash.
No, not really had a look at it.
We've got some English buddies what are really into Discord.
Yeah.
Mum. Yeah.
My wife do go into Discord, I've got to be honest, she do. And she love watching live streams.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we usually stick to YouTube. We can get it on the smart TV in the lounge room, so we watch it on 50 inches and don't have to worry about the smaller stuff with the iPad.
Yeah, I had a 26-inch Sony TV and I handed it over to Charlie, that's in our bedroom, for his PlayStation, and I got a 40-inch in the room. That looked a massive telly when I got it compared to 26-inch, but now, you look at it now and think, God, it's not a very big telly.
Yeah. We've,
Wait, a Friday's basically a day off.
our lounge room has 4 tellies in it at the moment.
You're the one who won't let us
We
go
got
to
our
bed.
main TV we watch on, and 3 connected to
Philip, you don't
PlayStation,
let us
because
go
my
to bed. You
son's
say it's too early when it's 12 o'clock.
temporarily staying with us. He's just come back from up north, where he was living for a couple of years.
So there's
So,
3
yeah.
TVs and 3 PlayStations. We're terrible gamers in this house.
So what part of Australia do you guys come from?
New South Wales, Hunter Valley.
Hunter Valley, near
So
South
it's about-
Wales.
Yeah,
This is wine country.
approximately 150 k's or so north of Sydney.
Oh, I see you're not far from Sydney.
I'm good, Twisted, thank you.
Couple of hours drive.
Just up the road.
I know Aussie and Mrs. Aussie live in Queensland. And you've said you've got people you know down in Tasmania as well. So you're getting to know half the country.
Yeah. that's
Oh,
pretty
they're nice.
much
They're
covers
nice
the whole
people. They're nice
span.
people.
I haven't done no more driving yet, Twisted.
But Tazanate, I think that's what he's called. Tazanate, isn't it, Charlie? Tazanate and Fiona.
Hasn't Fiona.
Yeah.
They're a lovely couple. They're brilliant. He's so helpful at promote your channel and stuff, you know. Because I never go in someone's, even if I go on, like you guys or whatever, I'd never go in someone's channel and say, promote me, can you promote me? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never do that, and I don't like it.
Come across as that's the only reason why you're there.
Yeah, exactly. I never, I don't mind people in my channel putting their link up. They can put the link up to their, as long as I ask permission. Rabbit Man can.
Yeah.
I said, yep, go ahead, that's fine. Or I will actually say sometimes through the stream, you know, all my subscribers not on here, please feel free to put your own channels if you got, you know.
Yeah.
But you have to be careful. You have to be careful with Nightbot. He will kick them. He'll
Yeah.
from the
pull
stream.
up certain things.
So are you actually in England or are you Wales or?
Yeah, I'm actually in England. I'm on the right-hand side of London.
Right.
I'm down in the bottom
wasn't sure,
corner,
'cause I was in
basically, where the. If you look on the map of England, I'm in the bottom corner where the dog leg is. The bottom right-hand corner. I'm on the east coast.
Well, my family come from Scotland. Well, one side of my family does, and I could only pick the Scottish accent.
Oh, Scotland.
I don't know
Oh,
where
cool.
everybody else does.
I've got to go there. I've got to eventually
Yes,
go
yes.
there. See the castles. That's what I want to go and see.
I
Yeah.
went there when I was 12 with my mother. We went over for her cousin's wedding,
I want to go to
and I came back home and I had a very thick Scottish accent. Apparently, I didn't notice it, but everybody else did. And my friends were asking me for weeks afterwards as well, like, what, all the time. So, it's a bit terrible. But yeah, one side of my family is Scottish and one side was Polish, so I'm a bit of a weird mix.
Yeah, I'm down the East Coast, so I'm in Suffolk I'm in. Because people always say,
yeah.
People, when we go different areas in the UK and that, like up to the Midlands, they say you're from Suffolk. They can tell by my accent, my stride, and my father is the same. We sound the same, we look alike virtually, you know.
Yeah, it's funny how that works.
Yeah. But, yeah. It's difficult for me because, like I said, the only accent I can really pick is the Scottish one. Sometimes you can pick an Irish one, but sometimes I even get them confused with the Scottish, depending on how long they've been over here for, so they lose a bit of the brogue.
Oh, well, I finished that one, Robert. That's Robert, isn't it? I'll get his name, but hopefully the Robert. Robert and Nicole. I remember Nicole's name because I like watching Nicole Kidman. She's brilliant.
I don't remember anything like her.
She's a brilliant actor.
She had blonde hair once.
Yeah, that's about it. The only real similarity between me and Nicole Kidman is the name and the blonde hair.
Twisted should be allowed to promote himself because it's damn good to having strings.
Yeah, you can promote yourself, Twisted. I know you don't ask, buddy, but you can.
Yeah, no, Twisted.
If you feel you don't want to, that's fair enough. It's fair enough for me, buddy.
I'll tell you,
I call everybody buddy because a lot of my friends on here are Americans, so I tend to call everybody buddy.
Yeah.
Twisted is a good person for having your strings.
We usually go mates to stir him up a bit.
Whether he's a model or not, he'll tell you.
Oh well, I've done that one, Hobbit. I've done that field.
Twisted's a good guy.
Yep, that's all we want to done with that. So just park that up and...
I'll park it in there.
What have you decided?
Yeah, just put it in there.
I love the engine noise on some of these machines. It's awesome.
Yeah, they're great.
Why?
The little ticks and everything as they shut down as well is interesting.
The big buds have a really good sound, but I don't use mats big enough to use them, so...
You get away with some of it on this, but there's no real need for it.
And I just love the fence, I'm sorry, I'm nuts about the fence.
Oh, I do.
Oh, these 1050s are a great mod. What would you like done, Nicole?
Well, I'm seeding fields at the moment, so just let me go into the menu for a second, so there might be a pause.
How are the sheep looking?
Oh,
I know you're just there.
So the sheep
not terrible.
do with a bit of cleaning and a bit of water.
It looks like it's got a great stream earlier.
Okay, I'm Philip. Thank you very much.
Enjoy your
So
day
22,
tonight,
24,
Phil.
27 need to be seeded.
Yep. I might,
buddy.
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Excuse the language of my friend. Don't give a crap gaming. He's not one of my Irish buddies.
Or you could harvest 30 and 30.
Yeah, that's no problem. Thank you for the offer and yeah, so much for
I'm going to
respecting
run
me.
this down to the sheep and have a look at what has to be done down there. Aside from that, it's really just sorting out, because we can take that wool from down there, can't we?
Yes, there should be plenty of wool down there for sale. So go for it.
Yeah, I'll do whatever you guys want to
There
do.
should be at least
No
3
problem.
pallets.
You could do anything to shout out things in there because he is very...
So are we going to get the sheep, Hobbit?
Yeah.
If I can find them.
We've got a couple of things down there to do, and I'll see if this grass or this hay will go in the... We've got a hayloft down there, so we can put that in. Probably load up the wool that's down there on the little Massey trailer we've got down there for the job. and just do the general clean-up and feeding of them and make sure they're all good.
Either that or there's you can sow some seed in a couple of fields or harvest a field.
Yeah, I don't mind.
It's really up to you.
I don't mind. I'll harvest the
job you like
field
to do.
or seed the field. I don't mind,
well-
Nicole.
Yep, well 30 and 32 need to be harvested. And
Just stand them on
let
the
me go
floor
back to
then.
that for a second. And I think it's 22, 24 and 27 need to be seeded. And they're all up around the pig. So yeah, you're right to do what you want. You can do some logging down near the sheep as well. We've got some logging jobs down there. There's masses of jobs to do because I just like to give people variety.
Yeah,
when
as
they
far
come
as the
on
prep
with
for today though, we don't really want to get into the logging.
No.
So that's more for, well that was to see if we managed to get Techno on here. Already the other guys that are right into it.
Well, Beast was having fun doing it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Shadow Farms.
Hello, Hammer.
Nice to see you in the live stream. Hope you're keeping well.
Did you ask Stephen what farm it is, right?
What farm is this,
What map?
Stephen? This map is Sosnovko. I can't. You know, one of the first ones they brought out, buddy. The first one's a Giant's Own map. You know, they brought out Goldcrest Valley and Sosnovko. Or I'll get it right one
Yeah,
day.
Goldcrest was the new one and Sosnovka was the carryover from 15. That's what they've done with every major release.
You know, my match day ones.
The amount of times I fell asleep on Field 5, guys, on Goldcrest Valley. Doing sugar beet to get money on missions.
Yeah.
I never had to clear the sugar beet off that tank.
Ah, I found the
Always wheat or
harvesters.
canola or something like that for me.
I'm not gonna get out my
I think I would have refused to do it if it was sugar beet on
I
field
like
5,
them,
honestly.
right? No, I like them.
Yeah, I used to do it. That took me 2.5 hours, I think.
Yeah.
Wow.
But the thing
Sounds
was,
about right.
I was so devoted to it. I wouldn't go to bed like on a Friday evening. I tended to keep up till 2 or 3 o'clock, AM in the morning.
Yeah, they're the new ones, aren't
And cause I fell asleep one night about midnight, and I'd 3/4 done Field 5, and then cause I was in Field 4 when I woke up, and there's no way I'm getting back. There's no way I'm getting back in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So what I'd do is I was so dedicated and I was so annoyed with myself, I'd like try and get matchsticks to keep my eyes open, and I'd do it again.
Yeah.
I'm like that sometimes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep. I'm going to be.
Right, so I'm
That's
gonna head to. I've got the harvester. I'm gonna head to what one's ready to harvest.
Yeah.
So Hardly Young, is that your son?
Oh, that's a friend of mine. She is from the United States. Say what, Hardly? Did you? Hi, how you doing? Oh, sorry to hear that.
Hi. I'm Nicole and this is Robert, my husband. How you going?
Good cow.
Yeah, just some lovely Irish, lovely Australian couple I've met up with on PlayStation.
Yeah, the Nike ones look smaller than the Adidas. But I like the Adidas, they're both nice. I like the Mercurials. Johnny, you just fart.
Perhaps your son has...
Shit himself.
Ah, what field's got to be harvested,
Showing the
Nicole,
boxes, aren't
please?
30 and 32. So they're
Right,
over-
aha, I can see where they are.
Right, yep. Well, he found us, so we've become a bit of an underground sensation after joining Farm the Min, so...
I won't stay.
Just put them on the floor, I said, Charlie. I wedged them in there, that's why.
Oh, you're good at Minecraft, I'll give you that. You done your own McDonald's.
Oh, goodness.
That was awesome, that was.
Well done.
That was brilliant. Hang on, could I go across the bridge to get to...
Yep.
that field.
There is a longer way around.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
can. The bridges all clear.
As long as you don't text and drive.
Yeah,
Here we
Farmerman
go.
crashed on the bridge and put the harvester in the water.
Ah, the bridge is up there further. I'll get this right in a minute. Isn't that weird? You played a map in 15 and you come back on it because you haven't played on it for a year or so and you don't know where everything is.
My bag and
Okay, just move it all down.
Don't worry, I'm terrible at it as well. I don't reverse. That's
Hi,
why
Rotten. How you doing?
everything on this
Lovely to see you, buddy.
drive through.
Hi.
Oh, here's Taz. Hi, Taz, the Night Gamer. How you doing, mate? Thank you very much for watching the live stream. I'm actually helping out some Australian friends at the moment on their map. Sosnovka, innit? So I'll get it right. What's it, Hardy?
Well, can I be cheeky and say Robert's 50 and gets it up just fine, so I don't think age is a problem.
Oh, Massey Lee, welcome to the stream. We're getting some people in this stream. Thank you very much,
That's
guys.
Australian way, I think.
I really appreciate your support. We're all in this little farming community. It's amazing.
It's nearly 4 o'clock in the morning here.
Yeah, it's 4 AM here. Oh, 3:45.
Oh yeah, but at least I know Nicole's got a good sense of humour now and all, but because you tend to tread like on water when you first, and then
I'm
you
a bit
get
more offended by political correctness than I am by being blunt.
and then you
So
get
don't
Hard
worry
the Young.
about it.
Then you get Hard the Young join the party and said you're over 35, so you can't get it up. I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something. Life don't begin at 40. I can tell you that. Mine ended. That's when I got all my aches and pains. Right, I think I'm on my way.
I was 30.
I'm 48, so I'm a little bit older than you and it go.
You're 140 and Robert's 50 in October.
Yeah, I'll be 49 in November.
Someone be the Abby.
A week before Farming come out, so that'll be a good birthday present.
Robert's birthday present was a drone. I've already given it to him.
Plus, we've got shit in the back of the car as well. I've got to clear out.
I'm terrible like that. If I decide I want to get him something, I just get it for him. I don't even wait for Christmas or his birthday.
Don't fall over.
Make good use of our bins. They're very healthy.
Yep. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, your little boy is a nice little old fella. Oh, Taz, that's Nickers 78 with a capital K, and the Hobbit. That's the Hobbit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I married Robert 4 years ago, and I hadn't been married before him, even though I have 2 kids that aren't
You're
his.
in fever.
And we're pretty much, he's stuck with me for life now, because I told him if he married me, there'd be no divorce.
Have you asked her?
Yeah, but you'll follow the part, so you'll buy before me.
Do you want me
Anyway.
to text her?
Yeah, I've got 2 children. I've got a son of 11 and a daughter who's 18 and just passed a car test in February.
Yep.
They're me world, me kids, me world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you've done an
some people
amazing
can
job,
do that.
Hardy. You've done an amazing
Not
job
right.
with that little son of yours. He's only 5 years old, but he is a lovely little fella when he's on here. He really is, very polite. You brought him up well.
Well, I've got 2 sons. One of them lives with his father, one of them lives with us. The one that lives with us, he's 17 and he's autistic, so he's completely non-verbal, but so...
Yeah.
Well, Jesse's classified as severe and severely developmentally delayed and ADHD.
Yeah, he's got a lot of problems.
Yeah, Twister D is a weight. You have to be 18 to drive. No, you have to be 17, buddy. But she passed the test at 18, car test.
Start having lessons on the 17th birthday.
Yeah, can I leave the straw, Nicole?
But if it makes you feel better. What was that?
Do you want me to leave the straw for you to swap or to chop it?
No.
No, we've got everything's full, so we don't need any straw.
Right, I'm going to have to try and remember how you put the chopper in. Hang on.
Jesse can navigate YouTube.
Chopper's in, is that?
Like
Oh, sorry.
Video games, he just likes to watch them.
I hope so.
It don't matter if you only leave it, is it? That's soybean anyway.
Is it soybean?
Yeah.
I might have to re-download this map myself.
I'm gonna need another cup of coffee.
I forgot you'd know that.
You don't have channels, do you, Nicole?
No, I don't have a YouTube channel.
No, Taz, I don't have a YouTube channel. They're from,
I'm starting one, but I haven't really got it established yet.
is it the Wales side, guys? Wales side of Australia?
Yeah, New South Wales.
New South Wales. I think I got that right. Because he's in Tasmania, he reckons that's very small. I've never looked the place up. That is a little place in Australia, isn't it, Tasmania? I think when I talked to
Yes,
Taz before.
Yeah.
It's a small island in the shape of an
cool.
apple off the coast of Melbourne.
Yeah, southern.
It's a state.
Twister said you'll raise Charlie up well, and I say I have much respect for him. He's very mature for his age. Oh, that's nice. Thank you very much, Twisted. He's a good lad. He's a good lad. He have his moments like everybody.
On Fortnite especially.
Oh, that's good.
I have a 6-year-old. He's got a lot of good manner. Oh, that's awesome, mate. Bring him up the right way.
That's it. Exactly. If you bring up your child the way you want.
But I was always told, my mother and father told me it don't cost nothing to say please and thank you to people. And that's always been with me all my life. Please and thank you.
Yeah, but you wouldn't think so these days. Robert works
I
in
always have to
customer service and he rarely gets a please or a thank you. He rarely even gets looked at.
We bring you up to respect people.
Oh, yeah, so he worked in customer service.
Yeah.
The Hobbit deal. And there's no respect.
Yeah,
No,
that's
I
about
quite
the size
believe
of
it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's unfortunately the way a lot of people are these days.
Well, Robert works at a service station and with a petrol station, and they're constantly trying to blame him for the cost of petrol in this country. And it's like, I don't set the prices, I don't make the rules. You've just got to suck it up because, you know, it's come down from.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
Walmart.
we
I've heard
have
of Walmart.
similar shops here. We don't have a Walmart chain, but we have ones that are related to it.
I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to go make another cup of coffee.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Thanks, Taz. Oh, that is awesome, fella. He's going to make me a moderator on his channel. I think that's what you're saying, isn't it, Taz? You're going to make me a moderator. I wish might remind me of the meaning to make you a mod. Oh, that's lovely, Taz. I was only speaking about you a little while ago. When we first fired up the map. Check your channel out. The Tazanate Gamer, that's what he's called, Nicole and Robert. I'm getting your names right now, that's why. I have to keep thinking of Nicole Kidman now all the while. Oh, you want to make me one into... I'll have to download... How do you do it? Do you just download that to your phone, Taz, Discord?
I'll set you up with Discord. I'll do that.
I've got an iPhone 6 now. It should download on there, hopefully. I love the old iPhone. People moan about them, but...
I'll sort it out.
Hardly young has left the party.
Yeah.
Never does say around much.
She never say
Just
bye
complaining
much,
about
bless her.
headsets,
She never say bye. She might Oh, good. Well done, Taz. Thank you very much for the Twister Diesel for subbing Taz. He'll really appreciate that, my friend. That's lovely. You got to go and check his content out. He's got some good. He's got a massive map on there. We can't get it on console, but he's got some lovely maps. Everclear. Here come another American buddy of mine. How you doing, buddy? How you doing on that poor farming? Are you still liking it? Yeah, he played poor farm and I think your name Robert and Nicole. Yeah, I'm talking to Robert and Nicole, Everclear. I just made friends with them. They kindly, I sent them a request to watch the game. They kindly invited me onto the farm. I met him through Farmer Min, guys. Farmer Min. I must give him a mention. Check him out, his channel. They got a crew going, a crew of them. I think is say 4 Nicole in the crew. 4 people.
They run a fair few different ones. We invited when they come on with us. There was only 4 of them that came on. Because it was us too, so you can only have 6 in there.
Because you've got golf cart, is it golf cart jockey?
Yeah, golf cart jockey's been one that's been doing a lot with them. You got Farmer Man, who's another one that works with him a lot. Techno Tony, Trail Pat. There's probably 9 or 10 of them these days. That sort of take turns to go on there with him. But yeah, they're fairly busy. They've done their farm crew things, so they get people to email them and they'll come out in groups onto your farm and help you out with whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I'll have to send them an email. They did so I can join the game. They did apologise because I tried to join the game because they was 5 and that said that could take 6 people, but because they were doing was it for Matt his name? I think that's Matt or Matt. He did apologise. He said, sorry Rabbit Man, I denied you a couple of times. That's just, but that was like a private sort of server game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, he said sorry you couldn't invite me, and that's just. But he had what they call the farm crew. We're helping him on his farm. Yeah. But Farmer Min did actually say he said Rabbit Man and Golf Cart said you can join. I think that was the next evening. I think they sometimes have what you call an open server.
Yeah, they do all different things. It just depends what they're doing on the day.
But it's like Everclear, my American buddy in the chat here. I've known him for a long while now, Everclear. I think I met you in 15. And Everclear, and the time difference, that's just so awkward. You know? When Everclear's asleep, I'm on, and when I'm asleep, Everclear, you know, is on.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry, someone went up in chat there. Who was that? I didn't catch them.
Where?
Apologies, that one might say keep cool, want to be friends. Oh, your YouTube, you got 11k. Oh, well done, fella, respect. That is a lot of subs.
Who is that?
He's got 11k, you're hoping to get 1 million. I love your work and respect you. Thank you very much. That is very kind words.
That must have come up from PSN, because it's not come up on...
I really appreciate it, and I hope your channel, I hope you do hit 1 million, because with that amount of subscribers, you're doing something right there, buddy.
I don't know.
I'll have to come over and sub your channel. I'll do that later on this evening.
That must be on PSN. Who is that?
He's got Respect Charlie, that we've got one on, he's got 11,000.
We don't know who it is because that's gone up in chat, but it must be through PSN. No, because it's gone up through PSN. That's not on YouTube.
Yeah, Nick, my harvester has
I don't know who that is.
got a full tank.
He seems
Right,
Yep,
I'll be
I'll
with
be
you.
there shortly with some trailers. Just give me a moment to drop this trailer
Yeah, no
off.
problem. Oh, 7 people watching. Thanks, guys.
So we got trailers up near the pigs too, don't we? There's trailers up near the pigs? Yep.
Oh, you're gonna about to do the whole corn carton missions and also the pallets and that Everclear.
Yeah, where are you?
I love that side of it. I do.
Okay.
Hey JGR, greetings. Cheers, fella. Thank you very much. I'm getting a lot of new people watching the stream.
Hang on, Scott.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, the missions are supposed to work in multiplayer with 19.
Does not cut.
Yeah.
Nine people watching. Thank you very much, guys. I think you'll get it, Everclear. I think you'll get it. Oh, Killer Dad. Oh, welcome, buddy. I remember you, Killer Dad 70. You played a game farming with me before. Oh, lovely job, mate. Yeah, I think I can remember you, mate. But the only reason I'd have a PC, if I could afford a PC, I'd probably have one. The only reason I'd want it is for the class Jaguar and class Lexians. I just love class machinery, and it ain't gonna come to 19, unfortunately, because John Deere signed a deal, and that's gonna be all John Deere now. I don't know what you guys think, I don't know what you think, Nicole and Robert. I think that's going to be all about, they signed a deal now with Giants, and they're even on the game cover. I expect they said the Giants, everybody want us in the game, and we're going to join the game.
Unpopular with everybody, but
sometimes companies of that size are a great asset, but they can also cause problems with other branding, because you get some of them that, like SCS, that do the truck simulator games. They were saying there's a couple of brands they don't have because those brands were saying, oh, we'll be in your game if you kick these ones out. And they basically said, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to stay loyal to the brands we've got. If you don't want to be in it, if you want to, try to set the terms, you can go away. So, and there was somebody who was trying to do that with Giants. They wanted them to boot out other brands to have them in, and Giants said no to them, but they wouldn't disclose who it was. So, but that is the problem when you get some of these larger companies, as they start throwing their weight around, and it's,
Yeah, thanks, Robert.
me personally, I'm not a farmer in real life. I'm just a mum in real life. What I've seen of this game, all the tractors work very well, and quite honestly, all the excitement over John Deere just makes it all a bit overrated for me. It's overdone now. I know that's not a popular opinion because everybody loves it, but it's just not attractive to me.
But I'll use the John Deeres, I'll use the machines, I will. I know I'll use them, but I'd rather have Class come to the game, in all honesty. But I think that's because Class went to that game Cattle and Crops, guys. That's what people are saying.
Yep.
That's where the issue is.
well, see, John Deere wouldn't come over to Giants initially because they had their own game developed that they were selling through their dealers. And when that failed, that's when the deal opened up with Giants. So you don't know, it depends on how big Cattle and Crops becomes, whether Class is available at some point in the future.
Thank you, mate, are you? Sorry, I forgot. I was gonna say, and then my mum...
Yeah, they've had a rocky path like a lot of them have. I think, see, Pure Farming has some really great ideas, but they sold themselves as being a competitor to Giants as opposed to just making another game and being happy to do something different. They all try to compete when they don't have a footing, and it doesn't really work. Giants have been there for too long. You can't take them on head on. You need to come in. Yep. Yeah.
Hello
but
TM,
again,
what do I think about 19, buddy? I hope Giants bring out what they're promising, not like in 17.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that, TM. Thanks for joining the stream, buddy. Nice to see you.
Why do you always say buddy?
I've got so many American friends. That's what I was just saying earlier to Robert and Nicole. I've got so many American buddies, so I call everybody buddy.
So many American buddies.
Yeah, American friends.
Call them buddies.
Exactly, Twisted, exactly. Twisted Diesel said Cattle and Crops pretty much took the licence for class. I think they did, I think they did, buddy. I think he's right, Twisted, there, what he's saying.
In my opinion, based off what I've played and everything else, I've only played this because it's the only one that interested me. I've watched Rob play the others and it's like, they don't interest me. This one got me interested, so... Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, 17 didn't open up for me until the mods happened, because on the console you still didn't have the mods when it first came out. So I played it for 6 months without any mods, and then I stopped playing it for about 6 months, and then the expansion came out, and that's the first time I looked at the mod hub and realised they'd put mods and maps and everything in there, and so that just opened it up. Totally different then. Yeah, there is a lot of rubbish in there, but yeah, just more of the same.
Yeah, because I don't like what they start you off with the machinery wise. I think the best farm for making money is Lawfolds, the Scottish map. The crops are more money. They start you off with a little bit bigger machinery. Do you know what I mean? What's the point in like that new? I don't know if you've seen that new Polish map. Is it PGR?
PGR.
Yeah.
They start you off with that little itty bitty, the tiny harvester. What are you going to do with that on a map that size?
Especially the size of it. Yeah, they got rubbish machinery.
Yeah, he messed my console up something on my shoe, because I had 400 hours on Lawfolds. I'd done it all legit farming. I filled all the void bunkers up and I bought nearly every field on the map and done it properly. And then he brought that map out, was it Huda Ranch or something, Huda Ranch?
Huda.
And me and Charlie Boy, my son's games crashed. We got blue screen, we got all sorts going on. And we had to delete everything. Oh, didn't we, Charlie?
Yep.
And I lost 400 hours.
I lost my 8-hour Cobra Park farm as well.
Yeah, I love Cobra Park Farm. That's another one of Bullet Bill's maps. And so was Lone Oak.
I love Lone Oak. Love it to bits. Best map.
What's that, Charlie Boy?
That map, hands down, best by far.
What, Cobra Park Farm?
No,
Lone Oak. Yeah, my son liked Lone Oak, guys. Not anybody else here think of Lone Oak.
Yeah.
I hope it's not 90.
Lone Oak's a nice map.
What I like about them maps is you can actually see where you're mowed the grass. On that new SGR map, you have a job to see when I've done some mowing.
I love Lone Oak. Me too, Twisted.
Yeah, he actually joined Farmer Min's in chat, game chat, the other
He does
evening.
join them very often in chat.
Alien Jim. I subbed to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got 58, 59 subs. He's brilliant. I said on there to him, I just love Sussex. I love how he bought the boy manure and stuff.
Yeah.
But then, because what the Giants bring out, and we had moderators bring out manure points, didn't we now?
Kai said, we're talking to Bill.
Yeah, it's a handy thing, especially for starting off.
Another map out to legal of MS-19.
Yeah.
Exactly. 3 metre header. They've got such a small capacity on the tank, and the header is too small. That's the two biggest issues for that one.
Yeah.
But because on PC, I see my American buddy, he put a extra wide header on his, because you can do, can't you? What the Tazanite say was talking to Bill, he might bring another map out before 19. Oh, cool, Taz. Thanks for that info, buddy. Was talking to Bill, he might bring out another map before 19.
Yeah. Alien Jim's got one that's almost ready. It's called Mercury Farms. And there's a couple of the guys that have worked with Min and others that are testing it at the moment. So they're doing final testing on it before it gets submitted. And yeah, it should be out within the next month, hopefully. And it's supposed to have a lot of new features and a lot of things that we've never seen before, so it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I've got a full tank again now, Robert.
Yep. Yeah, well, they're talking about, he'd sent Farmer Min and a few others information on it and some videos that he'd made on that. And they didn't tell us any information because he didn't want it released, but they said there's things on there that Giants have now said they're putting in FS19 that Alien Jim's got in his next map already. And this was, he was working on them before Giants announced that they were releasing this stuff in 19, so not 100% sure what the things are, whether it's just to do with placeables and that sort of stuff, but yeah, it's sounding very interesting, definitely worth checking out, I think.
Oh, cool. Taz said that Dusty Dave, he said Dusty, I'll take it as Dusty Dave, has released his map, and I might stream that Sunday. I'll keep a lookout for you, Taz. If I'm, you know, that all depends on the time difference, what time you'll be streaming it. I'm just surprised how smooth this map is running. It's one of me. You know, when you guys said join the, I thought I know what will happen, and I'll be going along, and the harvester won't be harvesting the crop, and then it will be harvested, and you get all stuff happening like that. I don't know if you guys have had that before.
Oh yeah,
The lag, you get all sorts of issues. It looked like you ain't harvested, and then that will disappear, and you have harvested. And
Yeah.
because I noticed when I watched Farmer Min, he went on a lady's map on this map, and I think that was is it golf cart jockey?
Yeah.
He was actually doing the silage pit, trying to level out and stuff, and his actual fork was coming right off the machine and joining them back up again. Yeah, Taz, Twisted live in Tasmania.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of lag issues with some maps. We don't seem to have a lot of trouble when we host. I don't know why. We might just be lucky in that way. Although when we had Farmer Min on here, everybody else didn't have any problems, but Farmer Min himself got kicked off by the server 3 times. I think 4 times in the end, but I think he was having storms in his area, so it could have been an issue with that.
I'll twist
all
it.
the
Oh, you
others-
said do it on PC as well, do it? Oh, I do it on PC, fella. He said I'd do all them sorts of things on PC. Ah, it
Yeah.
depends on how good the Wi-Fi is for the host. He's saying.
Yeah, that can have an issue. A lot of the guys say they hardwire to their modems for that reason.
But we have got a really good internet now. We switched over to Super Fiber 2, I think they call it.
Fiber to BT.
Yep.
We're on BT, aren't we? BT. And my PlayStation's only about 8 foot away from the box.
Do you want to check?
No, I've never had no problem. I ever cleared it on yours.
I told you it was right.
Never had no problems.
Yeah, just
I could
Some seem to have
hardwire it. I've
problems.
got a hardwire lay over there all rolled up on the floor what my daughter's boyfriend's stepdad gave me. So I could hardwire it up, you know, in minutes. So I could put a hardwire in. I have tried it, but I didn't think it made much difference to me upload and download speed. I tried it and had a look with both systems.
Yes, about 8 feet.
Because Charlie is in the bedroom
So
up
you gotta-
above, you see, so for him to get
Yeah.
Wi-Fi, he ain't going to get as good a connection as what I do, but we can actually both do a live stream, believe it or not,
At the same time.
at the same time, and it runs smooth.
yeah. Yeah, that. See, it depends on your uploads with that as well, because it's a user combination of download and upload. So we've got a decent setup now. A month ago, our internet was absolute rubbish, and yeah, we couldn't join anything. First one of amends that I joined, I had to use my telephone, like my mobile phone as a hotspot. Was the best internet I could get to do it.
But in saying that, it didn't use a lot of data on the phone, so...
No, it's quite surprising. But yeah, it's not the ideal way to do things. But now we've finally gotten the fibre roll out to this area. Although we're on what's called fibre to the curb, which means a connection from our
Oh,
house
hi
to the
Jason,
street is
welcome to the
still by
stream.
old
Nice to
copper
see you.
wire.
Hope you're keeping well.
But, yeah, so we don't get the ultra high speed stuff, but it's good enough for 3 consoles in here can all hook up online together without any problems. So
Oh, because you're running
good
3
enough.
consoles. Yeah, I remember earlier on in this, when I was talking to you, you were telling me 3.
yeah,
Yeah, 'cause I'm on a normal system, and Robert, my stepson Chris, have Pro. I'm getting a Pro for Christmas.
Yeah, do you think they make much difference, Nicole, the Pro?
Well,
well, this game's hosted on her standard PS4. So what do you think? You can't tell the difference really.
No, I think that's all about
I'm
the
playing on
VR
the Pro,
stuff
but
on that
it's-
one.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, there's some slight differences with some games speed-wise, but it's very minimal.
but that's the difference between when I had the old 500 gig PS4 playing The Witcher 3 and then putting it on this
Oh
one.
yeah,
It was just the fan speed was better and things like that. It didn't work as hard to do the same job, and that's the same,
Yeah.
I think, between
it's a
the
slightly
two
better
systems now.
processor, so it works
I
a little
saw
less.
it Twisted saying. He's saying about if I hardwire mine up, that will then free up the Wi-Fi. If I hook up the hardwire, that's right, Everclear, innit? If I hook up the hardwire, that will then help everybody else out in the home who's on Wi-Fi.
Yep. Yeah, because you can only have so many things on each Wi-Fi channel. If you've got a dual band, which most of these modern modems are, you can only have so many things on each band. Not if you've got a Pro. If you've got a Pro, you can run on either band.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep. Yeah, the PlayStation 4, the standard PlayStation 4 only runs on 2.4 gigahertz, but the Pros can run on the 5 gigahertz or the 2.4. and if you hook them up to both at different times, it'll... I don't know if it actually selects which one is working better on the day, or if it just goes with the higher rated one because it's supposed to be better with the streaming. But yeah, I've seen it. Mine has switched a couple of times onto the other one when I've started it up, so...
The
yeah.
iPads do that as well, switch between them.
Yeah. Yeah, most of our devices do that. They'll just pick whatever the strongest one is and they hook up to that. 'Cause you sort of don't realise how many things in your house actually talk to your Wi-Fi all the
Saying
time.
that we've got a lot of stuff that talks to our Wi-Fi, and
Yeah.
yeah, the under this better system that we don't have any issues at all. We were having issues before, but now we don't have those issues. So
But that
like the iPads,
we're gonna.
the iPhones.
Yeah, television, 3 consoles.
Yeah, I'm looking forward, guys, in 19. I'm looking forward to having the new Fendt Ideal combine harvester in the Massey, because
Yeah, that looks interesting.
as much as I love this yellow combine because of the tank capacity, I'm getting a little bit bored of the combine, to be honest with you. Seeing the same colour.
Yeah, well, it's...
It's a pity you
It's
couldn't
sort of the
change the
one that you've
colour
got
because
to
some
pick
New
'cause
Hollands are
it's the
blue.
biggest. Yeah. What would be nice across the range, I know branding is a problem with doing this, but what would be nice is if they let you customise the colours of everything. Like, have a paint shop, let you paint what you wanted. But, yeah.
You know, like if you could change this,
But
you
I
can
think
get blue
branding
New
is the
Holland,
issue
would be
there.
nice. Alright, have we got any more fields, Nicole and Robert, ready? Please,
No,
or...
that's all that had to be harvested.
Yep, I'm seeding at the moment, but
So
you
it's
can
just
cultivate that if you like. or-
cultivating those and then getting them ready for seed is the next job, really.
There's nothing new on Jason. No, we ain't had no mods or anything for quite a few days. I think someone in Farmer Min's stream, that might have been Farmer Min himself, actually said that was, I think, the guy, one of the guys at Giants who do a lot of the testing, he's been very poorly, apparently. I'm sure that's what he said in last night's. And apparently it's to do with Gamescom guys as well, Gamescon.
Yeah.
They've been
Gamescom is
concentrating.
wide.
But they got the best simulator game out of all the other ones, the car ones and truck. They got the best farm sim,
Yeah.
19.
What Tristan said.
The thing is, these guys are real people, so you just got to take it all and go, okay, so there's been a family issue or illness and things. And
Yeah, but what people don't realise too
If you buy
is in the
one
whole
present,
production of FS17 there was only 38 people working for Giants. That included the testers and everything.
my friend trying to
I've
sell
seen a
it.
video on the making of FS17 and the total number of people involved was 38. So when you think of what they've done with 38 people, it's yeah, it's pretty amazing when you look at EA and these other larger companies that have thousands of people working for them. They're a pretty impressive studio.
Exactly. But it's just the testers. I wish I'd let guys like us do the testing, which actually play
Yeah,
the
it'd be
game.
nice.
Do you know what I mean? We always say it Everclear, don't we? Give us a harvester, give us a beater, give us a drill, a seeder. Let us try it out,
Yeah.
and we'll give you an honest opinion what we think.
Yeah, but then every mod will be.
You know, the Everclear's even sent them an email. You know, we don't want no payment for it. You let us test machines,
Yeah, I've got
we'll
games
test.
in your stream, by the way.
Yeah, hi,
Yeah.
Bray Pro Gamer. Sorry, you hopped up the screen there fairly fast. Welcome to
I
the
know some
stream.
of the modders have been involved in the testing, but yeah, I don't know if they go beyond that.
But you know, the amount of times we had a mod like them street lights and stuff, and that mess your game up.
Yeah,
You'll use this stuff. Another thing, what that minion weight, the minion, What on earth?
Yeah.
What on earth do we want a minion wait for? In real life farming. You know, we can't see it. We're sitting in the seat of the machine. You know.
Yeah.
And that caused a lot of issues, that wait did. That caused a lot of issues, people joining games. Yeah, hi Viper, welcome to the stream.
You have other games, and it's changing people's outfits for $20 and you get 3 outfits. It's like, what's the point?
Yeah, at least in this game, most of what you get is usable.
Usable. But it's decorative as well. It annoys me, I think.
But I do agree with Everclear. What's the point in having all this 3 metre stuff when the maps are... You know, even the small maps, you want something a little bit bigger than possibly 4 metre.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there are people that like to do fancy designs in their fields as well. Like flags and things.
But I do love what the things I love what they brought in was the dirt mod, the crop destruction, and what was the other one? Ground response.
Ground response, yeah. And the camera collision. Camera collision was one of the best ones for me because there's nothing worse than when your camera gets flicked around because, you know, you go too close to a building or something. So having the ability to turn that off's been a really good thing.
Last strip. Would you believe it? I'm on the last strip and I need to go fill up the seat.
Oh, that always happens.
Terrible.
Yeah.
So can you guys answer one question for me? Is Farmer Min, do we do farming in real life?
Yes, he is a farmer.
Yeah, I thought he was. I thought now he is, you know, respect to the man. I think he's telling the truth when he said he's a farmer. Because I can tell by doing farming myself, you know how he worded stuff. I thought, yep, he's done real life farming, that's for sure. Because he said he's got...
the farm he works on does, I think they focus on sugar beet.
Oh, so he don't actually own the farm, then, Robert. He works the farm.
No, he said he lives in town, so he doesn't actually live on the farm.
Oh,
so I think he
see.
just works for them. But because he was a teacher, apparently.
Oh, he was a teacher.
His former career was a teacher, a history teacher.
I think it's a history, yeah.
And he's done a lot of studies on that, so I think he said technically he's an agronomist, but he actually drives the machinery and does all that sort of general farming stuff as well. He's not just the science side of it.
Hi Logan. Welcome to the stream. That's nice to see new people in the stream. Thank you very much for taking the time out to come over and have a look. No, I'm ever so sorry, buddy. I'm in a multiplayer with some friends at the moment. So unfortunately we won't be able to join the game, but perhaps another time we'll set a game up. I absolutely love it. I love the multiplayer side of the game. I love it there. This is what I like. Super.
It's a different aspect.
You know, you'll sit there sometimes 2 or 3 hours on your own map and you think, oh, it'd be nice if someone joined me map, or... But I never really, I never normally have an open map up because of the mod issue. That's a simple answer to it. I never, because I'll get people say, Rabbit man, I can't join you. I can't. And people actually get annoyed after a while because they can't join. Where are they from?
Oh, and you know it's one of the most downloaded mods. It's like, why? You can't drive the utes because they're too quick and they don't handle properly. Yeah, hand load stuff that you could do. I thought about it for the small bales, doing some small bales and hand loading, and that might be a way to contain them, but I wound up using one of the old school trailers at side tips. I think it was from, there's a trailer pack that they're like a bluey grey colour, and I wound up using them and they work perfectly for me. So
I do agree with
yeah,
Rob. I do
there are a
agree
lot
with
of them
Rob at the
that are
Hobbit. One thing I do agree with you is the trailers. Them 32,000 litre, he love them trailers Everclear. I do, the Flegels. Is that Flegel? I do,
Yeah,
they are nice
Flegel
trailers. I totally agree with you, Robert. I like the trailers myself. You can join them together.
They're just one of the most versatile.
They're simple to operate.
Yep. Easy to manoeuvre, easy to split up and join up. When we did doing Farmer Min's silage challenge on Goral, and I had 10 of them at one point in a big road train running them to the BGA.
Yeah, the 32,000 litre jobbies.
Yeah, you can hook them together.
I put 50 once. I put 50 just for a laugh on this map and hooked them up to a quad track.
Yep.
People can't believe it. So how did you join all them together? That's brilliant.
Yeah. The key to linking them up is always to just keep linking to the front. Then you don't have to back more than one of them at a time.
Yeah, that's the way I do it.
Stuck on anything.
I do it that way.
Well, my standard on the big maps is I like the mother bin because that's an Australian invention. And it holds 185,000 litres. And what I'll do to empty it is get one of the big semis and hook 3 of the 70,000 litre BSM trailers to it with dollies. So you have a 3-trailer road train that holds 210,000 litres. And running around some of the maps with that is interesting because you don't want tight corners. You need a bit of space.
Yeah, I used it on the Lawfolds map and that was a struggle. That was a...
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, see, yeah, where you got room to manoeuvre them. Yeah.
But I do like fields right in the square, to be honest. I do like these maps with different shaped fields. That's a bit of a challenge. That's a bit... Yeah, and the trees. The trees are a bit of an issue as well.
Some of the English maps are really difficult. Especially if you run crop destruction, because you have to destroy crop to get into the field with something like a harvester. You just
That's
can't
true.
do
West
it
Coast
otherwise.
you have to do that on West Coast map.
Yeah, and then when you do the missions, they start your equipment in the middle of the field and it's destroying things just to get it all hooked up. So that's something that they should have worked on a little bit as far as at least placement of the vehicles, or giving you a bit of a grace period on it, not destroying things when you're getting it hooked together.
The line between the fields, if you like, of what you own and what you don't own. Some of them are far too close to fields you do own.
Yeah. So you'll be doing these jobs that we're doing and it says you don't own this field and stops the machine from working.
Oh, that's true, when you go in the border of the field.
Yeah.
That do it when you mow grass as well.
Yep.
Yeah, I hate that
it's
myself.
a smart mechanic they used when you do missions, because it makes the field yours for the period of time for the mission so that you can work on it. Because if it wasn't classified as yours, you wouldn't be able to work on it. Because if you look at your mini-map, the field you're working on when you're doing a mission for somebody has got the green number. So it's been classified temporarily as yours so that you can alter its state. Which, as far as from a computer side of things is a very smart mechanic they've used, because it's probably the simplest way you can do that without, you know, because it gives you permission to work on that field for a period of time, but not all the time. So it's a very bright thing that they come up with, but yeah, it needs a bit of refining, unfortunately.
I like how you can actually seed the fields for them as well. Because I noticed, because we were talking about that, weren't we, Everclear? You said, I said, I don't know if, well, we were saying we didn't know if you could do it on modded maps. Just these ones.
Yep.
But you can actually do it. I told Everclear I'd try it, and you can. Yeah, you can, Everclear. We were saying about that the other day. I said to you that I tried modded maps. Some you can, some you can't.
Yeah. Yeah, there was one map maker, and he only had missions on one map, on one field, and he said the reason for that was the shape of the fields and, you know, difficulty with this, that and the other, and it's like, well, others have done it with odd-shaped fields, so... Sorry? No. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. And especially considering that's the primary way to make money. Early on in a save game, that's the easiest way to make money on FS17, so...
What map was it that was all grass field?
Oh, that was Thunder Valley? Was that called the Thunder Valley? Ever?
Right. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, because you could... And the trouble is with the sprayers, they only go 7 mile an hour? They're so slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we tend to use them Jimba. Are they Jimba blowers? We use, don't we ever? Them Jimba. You got me into them ones.
Yeah, it's strange how they don't allow
They're classed
some
as
of
a
them
plow, but they don't bring them to the missions. But
Yeah.
in reality, in the UK, they're not a plow, they're a cultivator. In reality. We have mole boards and that what
they're
turn the
just
soil over. You know, a plow, a
They're
proper
just
plow's
a
got
bit-
mole boards and stuff. Exactly, yeah, they've got a bit of a mismatch
crossover
here.
between the two. But
I
see,
find the
Min
big
was
bud
saying
plow
in
go
his
quite
part of
well
the
now.
world- Yeah, Min was saying in his part of the world they don't actually plough. They do a deep cultivation, but they don't plough.
Oh, that's what we're doing over here
So-
now, Robert. We do it in the UK. We do what you call we call it min tilth over here.
Yep.
Let's just get a big cultivator, get it 10, 12 inches in the ground, and that's done.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Because we plough about 9 inches deep in the UK. The main reason we don't plough deeper than that is because fuel costs. You're going to use a lot more fuel, you know, the more deep you're... And also, another reason is we've got a lot of clay in the UK, where I am.
Yeah.
And...
We've got a lot of clay in Australia as well.
And you get a lot of orange areas. If you're not careful, we had a chap come and plough for us on a farm I was working on. He ploughed far too deep. He said he wanted to get rid of the compaction from the harvesters and stuff, and we had a lot of orange in the fields. And do you know something? The canola what come up was very poor. Was very poor crop in them golden areas. He virtually killed that field. I seed that for him, and he killed it by all this clay areas. Yeah. That took about 3-4 years for that field, believe it or not, to get for us to get it right again.
Yeah.
Yeah, because over where you guys are in America, Everclear, you tend to grow a lot of soybeans, they call them, innit? Because we can't grow them in the UK, I suppose that's because of the climate. Why we can't. America must be a better climate, do you know what I mean? Better conditions to... We do grow beans, we grow what we call tick beans, field beans. They go for animal feed and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh well, Robert, I'll finish that, mate, that one.
Yep. What do you want seeded down there?
Either sunflower or canola. Mix it up a bit. I've got wheat going in this one.
Have we got a seeder, guys, anywhere?
Yeah, they're over at the main farm.
Okay, I'll take this cultivator back, shall I?
Yep. If you bring that back over to the main farm, give it a quick wash if you don't mind, and park it up where the other one is.
Oh, they're going to be pedantic about it being clean.
That's a good thing when you're in multiplayer. You get so much work done on the farm.
Oh, you do?
You have a good laugh and have a bit of fun, and you know, some people, you'll join their game. You know, I've joined people's games who I don't know, and you'll join them, and they've got such, what is it? No humour, such a dry sense of humour.
Yeah.
And you think, it's, oh goodness, what have I joined here, sort of thing. But you try and mix in with them because you feel a bit rude if you just all of a suddenly leave. You know, I've had friends go in a party, they leave, but sometimes they tell liars. They say they got sort of lagged out, whatever you call it, but they left because they didn't like being in that particular game, you know?
Yeah, but you should always at least be polite and say, well, look, you know, not really enjoying myself, I'm out of here. Be a lot better than just...
But I'm not really I'm not into logging. I'm not really a logging fan. I can just about use the score, being king. I'm nothing marvellous on
I
it.
can just about use it as well. I'm better with the chainsaw, cutting it up and chucking it in the chipper.
But we've got a good buddy on here called Big Spud, didn't we, Everclear? He's from the UK. Oh, he's awesome. Everclear will tell you on Scorpion King and that, and he...
Yeah.
He's brilliant. You get on it, you tell him what meat and lambs you want, and... he really get into it.
Yeah,
He'll plough an area and put all logging gear on it.
Not.
That's what you do. He'll plough a big area and put all logging gear on. And build. Hi, Stephen. Oh, he left the party.
That was quick.
That was... Right, where's the washer? Let me find a little washer here somewhere.
Over where the harvesters are, right in between the first two of those arches. So keep going forward and just to your right now.
Aha, I can see him. Yep, I've noticed that, Everclear, on that ain't rained it on that Polish map, SGR, what I'm playing. But I want to see the ground actually wet. That's what I want to see in 19.
Hundreds of hours of back up the maps I've done, so...
I'd love to see puddles and rain on the ground.
Yeah.
Nope, I've never seen rain on your maps. I've seen rain on my own, but very occasionally. I've only got one map I do seasons on. That's West Coast.
Yeah, someone was saying on one of Simon Min streams that they would like to see the mud physics and all that from Mudrunner in this game, and it's like, I don't think they've played Mudrunner because I have, and I've been stuck in a creek trying to get across a creek in Mudrunner for 3 in-game days. It took me to cross one little creek. And
so what seed are we going to take, Hobbit? What cedar?
It'd be nice over time for them to improve it, but to go as far as they're claiming they want is just too much.
Yeah, what seed do I want, please, Hobbit?
I'd say grab... What did you want down there, canola?
Yeah, canola's fine.
I'll grab the horse. I'll grab.
And I think, yeah, and I think you need the extra tank for that one.
No, yours is the extra tank.
Oh, so I've got to put. Hang on a minute. I see what you're saying. I've got to put that tank on the front. Is that correct?
No, Robert's one that needs the tank on the front.
Okay.
Your one holds about 4,000, 5,000 seeds. Robert's only
Yeah, so I'll grab the tank. Yeah.
So I'll hook up to the horse here.
Yep.
Seed is over this way, I'm at the seed.
You should be full. Is that one full or not?
Oh, yeah, it's full, sorry. I'm blind.
Oh, you're good. I'm going to fill up with fuel. That's one thing I need to do.
We're nearly done, you know.
So I'll do some sunflowers. What field do you want me to do with that?
Oh, either one. I'll never,
Right.
I'm actually starting to get a feel for the map now and realising where I'm going.
Was there a grey and white one?
Yeah, you do pick it up eventually. It takes a little while sometimes. Some maps are harder to learn than others, I have found. Yep.
So, was there a colour? What's it all about?
I have played a bit of it, yes. Yep.
Steve then got to keep coming
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, I think part of it's the way their engine handles things.
put it on the back one, darling. On the trailer.
Yep.
Yep. Then
I'm
you'll
with
be
you.
able to fill it with fertiliser.
Yeah, I think, yeah, well that's what it would boil down to. Because the engine that was written for Farming Sim, the game engine was written by the two blokes who started Giants. There was only two of them to start off with back in 2006, 2007, whatever year it was. And they wrote the game engine from the ground up between the two of them. And it's never really changed, it's just been refined and added to. So it's a custom game engine. And for that reason I think it has limitations still built into it. And that's pretty much where it falls to that 2 kilometre square setup that they use. So unless they redesign the engine from the ground up, I don't think that will ever change. The difference with doing it for console and PC is obviously part of that restriction, but yeah, I don't know why they can't. With the power of the PS4, especially a Pro, I mean, these things are more powerful than a lot of computers that people are running.
With a by the same token, it'd have to be
Yeah.
an absolute massive game.
Yep. Yeah. Because the thing that PC games can never account for is the variation in people's computer power. When you're writing for a console, you go, well, here's the console specs. It doesn't change. You'll get better iterations of it, but you make for the lowest level of PS4, the initial one, and you're laughing. So I think they just need to refine what they're doing a little bit and they'll be good, but I don't know. I'm not a programmer, I know a little bit about it, but can only imagine what they've got is a pretty...
Hi Solder, what happened to the stream? Hope you're keeping well, Solder.
I'd like to see this clearly. I have to put this one on. And now it's clear with the valve. But I can't read that.
Yep.
So you've got two different straws. Where you've got like plastic.
Wait, can I put them on top?
No.
Can I see what they
They're
look like?
extremely light, you feel. How light they are. Am I every day?
Yeah, I don't know.
There's nothing to them.
Can any of you guys put a link up on there, players? Or not? Can you put a link up, any of you, in the room?
To do what?
Farm them in.
What do you mean?
I'd like to put a link up for him on the channel.
Well, no, we can't do that.
You can't put that.
We just read that and you
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, my wife don't know how to do it, as I would have done, because he's just awesome. I just love watching his videos. He do 30-minute videos and stuff.
I mean, if people want to find him, all you need to do is type in Farmer Min channel, and you'll find his channel. It'll probably be the very first one on the list. I found if you want to find someone's channel, it's better if you can't find a link for them or someone else. Just search their channel name, and just say go to Farmer Min's channel. That way they actually get the channel instead of, you know, someone else mentioning Farmer Min in the title of the videos they've done. But yeah, I don't know much about links, so that's my best advice if you can't do it.
But I just think that's amazing. I'm actually gaming with a couple from Aussie, from Australia. Because like I say, I've gamed with Everclear. He's obviously from the USA. I've gamed with Irish buddies. And I just think that's amazing now. I found you guys and we're doing a bit of farming together, which I enjoy doing, the multiplayer. You know, just through my Irish buddy saying go and check out Farmer Min. You know, I'm now getting lovely people like you guys, Mr. and Mrs. Aussie. Because my son has got an Xbox One as well. I'm actually thinking about might get the license thing renewed on that so I can join them in a multiplayer. It'd be kind of awesome on Xbox.
Yep.
Because they're a nice couple as well. I just love it how Mrs. Aussie keep getting on to him. I just...
Yeah. Yeah, Farmer Min's trying to get a contract organised to rub Aussie out, I think, because he's been annoying him.
Yeah, are they best buddies? Are they best
it.
buddies really, or is that just an act? Is that just an act when they?
I think it's
Oh yeah, it's just an act. Aussie just likes to stir it up, and yeah, it's all just a game they've got going between them.
They like to have their fun and games.
Aussie just likes coming on the streams and stirring Min up as much as he can.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I like Min's page where he's got all the big buds. And I think you guys, I think Nick, as you're on the top of one of the big buds, isn't you?
probably.
I think you are.
When we were standing there, we're on the back of a cedar in one of the shops. But when the When
And
they did a show on
Susie,
the
is
Big
it
Brother, I
Susie
don't think we
Cream?
were
Something?
there.
Susie Cream
Yeah,
cheese?
Susie cream cheese.
What part of the world is she from, guys?
On
What
that.
part of the world?
It's actually a he, and he's from England.
Oh, he's from England. Oh, yeah. I did send him a friend request, and then 3 days later he actually applied back. And I don't remember that then. Yeah, because that's what my wife said. You see, she said, "How do you know that Nicholas is female?" I said, "Well, that'd be a bit weird, wouldn't it? A male calling himself Nicholas."
Yeah, but
Yes,
then
it
you got
would.
Susie Cream Cheese that dresses like a chick and calls himself after a chick, so he's explained that it was about, was it Frank Zappa or one of them?
Yeah, it was. Susie Cream Cheese was a groupie for for Frank Zappa's band way back in the day.
Oh,
And
cool.
they wrote a lot of songs about her and stuff, and yeah, that's where he got the name from. Why he chose to use it as his gaming handle, I'm not sure, but
Maybe it's
each to their own.
So it's, yeah. But yes, I'm definitely female, as you can tell now.
Yeah, Farmer Min was desperate to get a female on one of his streams, just on a multiplayer game for a recording, and he finally got Susie on there, and he was so disappointed to find out it was a bloke.
Oh, I see.
Because he's
Yeah.
introduced it on his live stream. He said, you know, all the way from England is Susie Cream Cheese, and this guy goes, hello.
And then Robert says to me when I went to go and walk a farm with him, he goes, right, what you need to do is give me your headset right as he says hello to you, so I can go, there you go, I'm in.
Just to disappoint him some more.
Just as very much. I was like, I can't do that, that's not fair.
Well, that'd be fair, but it's funny.
Oh, yeah.
He just he's just so really nice. He just sort of saying down to earth. He's not up himself. Do you know what I mean? He just
Yeah.
comes across
He is
just.
lovely.
He's genuine. You can tell. You can always tell someone who's genuine. They care about what they do. They like to include others in what they're doing, which he does. He'll mention other people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like now, he's seen me in several streams now. So as soon as I come up in there, and that's moving quite quick to chat. We'll go, "Oh, Rabbit Man, 39."
Yeah.
You know, they get familiar with you. That's what I tell people. I said, if you sub the people, give them a look, even if it's for only 5 minutes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give them a look and give them a like.
The thing is though, from what Jim Bob was explaining, it doesn't matter if it's a like or a dislike, it still puts you up in the levels.
Yeah,
My
'cause
son, he
it's-
get very disappointed. He get very disappointed at dislikes. But that's what we're saying. That's what we call them.
The thing is though, you could, instead of giving a dislike straight away for one little thing that you don't like about it, why not constructive criticism in the comments instead of just saying, no, I hated this because you didn't use this, you didn't do this, and you didn't do this.
Yeah, but it's people in their belief that they're more important than everybody else that causes that. Well, it is, because in the stats on YouTube, they both count as the same thing, which is an interaction with the channel, which still counts. So it doesn't really matter either way as far as the stats go.
Was it Happy that kept telling people to dislike his
Yeah,
stuff?
he wanted nothing but dislikes, and he couldn't get it.
Oh, that's a good way of not getting dislikes.
Yeah, you ask for it, nobody does it. Because
I've known me son to get about 10 dislikes. I've known him to get 10. I very rarely get dislikes. The odd one I started getting, but I think we knew who that was anyway. We know somebody who, my wife has been very helpful to him and helped him out a lot, even speak to him on the phone. And he's one of these sort of people who all of a sudden just get rid of his YouTube channel, you know?
Yeah.
And then what he'll do is he'll go, we know that money he's been on ours. He go on my son's. We know what he's up to. But why someone do that when someone's, my wife has helped him out a lot with the channel, because he have a little bit of a trouble. He's got a bit of a speech impediment. So we
Yep.
struggle a bit, and she's been talking to him on the phone, getting him to talk more and stuff, and then he'll go on, you know, troll and dislike people's content.
Yeah,
And
it's
he just does
just
it
the
out
way
of
some
spite. He
people
just
are,
he just do it
unfortunately.
out of spite. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
But my son, you know, he's
Yeah,
got
it's
nearly
not right,
400.
I mean-
Everclear will tell you, Charlie boy he's a lot better at live streams than me. A lot better. He interact more with people and he'll explain
by
what
the
he's
same
doing
token-
and
But by the same token, his generation are very much social media driven. So it's not surprising.
oh, that is
he might
true.
be
He's
better at
always
speaking.
on what is it, Instagram and
Yeah, all of those
It's,
things.
it's all about social media these days, so it's not surprising that
Snapchat
he knows
and-
better than his dad. Yep. See, we're old school. We are still. I still think of, you know, using the corded phone to ring people and dial and, you know, all of this sort of stuff. And I get weird looks from my stepdaughter because she's like, God, you're only 40, but you talk like some 80-year-old woman back in my day. It's like, well, it's just come so far, so quickly. And you can't keep up half the time.
Well, like I said earlier, I was 11 before we got the home phone on.
Yeah.
We didn't have a telephone, we didn't have a need for it. If you wanted to talk to your mates, you jumped on your bike, you went for a ride to their place, you knocked on the door and said, hello, how are you going?
yeah, that's
You know,
true.
just ring everybody or spend all day on... My kids would come home from school and jump on the computer so they could chat to the friends they just spent all day at school with. It's like, why don't you go to the park and talk to them there or something, like, really? But now it's just the norm. Everybody's constantly in contact but never see each other.
Yeah, that's very true, that is, because in my younger days we used to, my mother used to leave the front door open, believe it or not. You couldn't do that nowadays over
Yeah.
here. You'd be robbed.
No.
But
Can't
she
do it
did, and
anyway.
all your friends come round, you'd all of a sudden, you know, you'd have like 5, 6 knocks on your door. That was all your buddies. They all,
Yep.
are you coming up the park? Are you coming down to the village green? You know, we used to do all sorts of things. We used to have a bridge and a stream go through our local village. And we used to go to the shop, buy a lollipop, and then the lolly sticks we used to put our name or colour them in, and we'd put them in the water and we'd see
Yeah.
who's get to the other bridge first.
Yeah.
Or we'd put leaves in the river. Someone would put one off an oak tree down there and another tree, you know. That was brilliant fun, and we used to get the old conkers from the conker trees and get an old shoelace, drill a hole through them and play conkers. That was awesome.
Yeah.
They're brilliant days. But no, because you're not allowed to do conkers at school in case you hurt each other. We used to be allowed
Yeah.
to take conkers net to school. Have great fun.
Yeah. Used to be able to take marbles to school, and it's different. And it's all about, how can I say this?
There's no
I'm a
gentle
firm
way.
believer of the whole old saying of spare the rod, spoil the child. I mean, I believe that. I don't believe in abusing them, but if they need a smack, they deserve a smack, they should get one.
I agree with that. I totally agree with that. I think that's... Well, that's what we're saying, and we never clear talked about this in the past, didn't we ever, about how parents are so... The child dominates them in a way. They make the rules. I've seen
Yep.
no end of kids do that to
Same
the
as schools,
parents.
they're not allowed to touch them. They're not allowed to do anything.
My backside felt my stepfather's belt a few times growing up, quite a few times, but you just get over it and move on. It's not child abuse, it was just... Yeah.
Yeah.
But I agree with what Nick was saying there. She had the belt several times, but that ain't really thing me. That's that. In a
No.
yeah, well, you were thing me there, Everclear, weren't you? You went from child home to child home. You did.
It's... Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
But see,
Yeah.
I noticed in 1984? No, it's 1986 when they took the train out of school, how dramatically things changed. Over here at home, when they took the train out of school, not even a week later, it was basically running it all because
Yeah, because they knew they couldn't be touched.
Yeah. So it was
There's Nick, is that right, Nicole?
Pardon?
Where can I fill this seeder back up so it's ready again?
Yeah, well, we've got everything done now.
I put canola in that field. That is correct, wasn't it? Canola.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, that's all right then.
Straight.
Hi, Mr. Bunny. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Do we fill up over here somewhere?
Do the corn.
Pardon?
Did you want us to do the corn in these ones, or do you want to leave that?
If you want to. I'm quite happy either way, really.
Clean this up a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's...
Oh yeah, they demanded a scream out of you, some of them.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's been a rapid decline ever since with more rights and people calling abuse on this and that when it's not even really abuse, it's discipline. There is a big difference between abuse and discipline. But they've lost their way with it, or they've lost their line.
Yeah, because instead of trying to figure out how to regulate things properly, they just take the easy route. The problem with that is that you give somebody, you take away regulation on somebody who can't self-regulate, which is every child, and yeah, you just cause chaos. It's not going to get better.
As, you know, letting Jesse try to regulate himself by himself with no supervision.
Yeah.
Could you imagine it? That's my son. Yeah.
Got my indicator on it.
Yeah.
There you go, innit? Sorry, Hobbit, I'm in your way.
No, I'm just checking things out. Yeah.
But see, words can hurt worse than a smacking, so...
Yeah. No, you gotta allow a certain amount of it based on age and based on what they know. And you've got to try to just help them to do better, as opposed to, like you said, screaming at them never really helps. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quite a lot of bad kids come from bad environments. And some of them have an actual problem that causes it, but a lot of it is just a bad environment that has bred that into them. Yep.
But you hear what some people say when they claim they're not being abusive to their child, and you hear what they say though, the names they call them, what they say, and it's more hurtful than giving them a smack over the backside or the hand or. Yeah. By the same token, always being, oh, you can't do this and you can't do that, doesn't work either because kids will walk all over you. I don't know.
Mhm.
I'm scared of what society is becoming.
Yeah.
I'm yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like there's people that have children, but then they still want to be social and going out all the time and all the rest of it. It's like, no.
Oh yeah, I've got family members like that.
Being a parent, you have to give up a certain amount of liberties, and you just, like, I'm a grandparent now. I've got 5 grandchildren, and yeah, it's great to see that sort of move on. And like, I'm not quite 50 yet, and I've got 5 grandkids. I've got 3 kids, and both of my girls have given me 2 grandsons each, and one of them's given me a granddaughter as well. So it's nice to see the
Oh yeah, nice.
generations
That's
move
nice.
on.
That is. Yeah, that's like my mother and father. My brother ain't got a partner, so he's 2 or 3 years younger than me, so I can't ever see him getting a partner now. He'd like a partner, but he's sort of very shy and stuff.
Yeah.
But I've got an 18-year-old daughter and an 11-year-old son, you know, which they adore. So that's nice, you know. Like I say, my brother probably won't never have no children, but you know, the family is going to go on, you know, after I've gone and my parents are gone, you know.
Yeah.
Like, that's a nice thing about that. But kids bring so much fun to your life, really do.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're my world, my kids, I tell you, you know. You do anything to protect them or whatever, don't, you know. Well, I spoke to my poor old mum and dad, you know, we all got a number when they go. To me, that'll be like an arm or a leg missing, you know. I'm so close to my parents. Love them to bits.
Yeah, I'm very close to my parents in a lot of ways and not close in the other. I don't go over there all the time or anything. My father lives in Sydney, my mother and stepfather live up here near us. But I don't see a need to live in their back pocket. But you know, it's nice for them to know that they can call me. I've always got my phone on me, so they can always call me whenever they want and know that I'll answer. I won't ignore them. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, my parents are both deceased, unfortunately, but like my father died in 1984, which just seems like a very, very long time ago now. But and Mum died in 2005. So yeah, it's definitely you realise what they mean to you when they're not there anymore.
But
Which is funny with all these kids that carry on about their parents. Yep.
so that's where it's sad that all these kids, all they do is complain about their parents and how hard done by they are, that they are.
Yeah.
And
Yep. Yeah. Yeah,
but
but
it's a lot easier to blame somebody else than to take
yeah, a lot of people
responsibility
don't like to
yourself.
take responsibility for what, you know, is obvious. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks ever so much everybody for watching the live stream. We're done 2 hours now, so I'm now going to end the stream. I'd like to thank you all very much for your continued support. And keep an eye out, guys, when I'm on again. You'll hit the notification bell if you haven't already subbed, and the sub button would be very nice. And I'll catch you all in another stream. Thanks, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Bye for now.